No Braden Davis or Tyler Kasak for Penn State. That big matchup with Bartlett Mendez at 141.
Second half at heavyweight, there is no Greg Kirkleet. But at 174, the national champion Levi Haynes going up against undefeated Carson Hartzell. I'm excited for that one.
125 pounds, the sensational true freshman Luke Lillidahl, 14-1, ranked 7th in the nation. And Brendan McCrone, he brings with him a record of 19-7, ranked 21st at the weight class for Ohio State. What an atmosphere, over 4,000 fans here inside the Covelli Center.
Every time I'm at Covelli Center, it just seems more special. One of the best venues in the United States for college wrestling, Shane.
Brendan McCrone steps onto the Resolite to some Phil Collins. McCrone last weekend, a 9-0 major decision over Cooper Flynn. He fell 3-2 to Jacob Moran. That was last Sunday. And TJ, they call him Lightning Luke for a reason. Speed never slumps.
Yeah, he's really speedy, and it's a contrasted styles here. McCrone, you know, long length, they got great leverage and really good on top. He wants to get into a wrestling position and see what happens. You know, it's interesting. You mentioned Moran beating McCrone. Well, a couple of years ago when Luke was wrestling in an open college open, he got beat by Moran as well, so they have a common foe. But Luke Lillidahl, really what a great start for a true freshman.
Lillidahl from Weldon Spring, Missouri. And here is Lillidahl in on a single leg and a switch off head outside the double. And it is a takedown for Luke Lillidahl. The Nittany Lion leading at 3-0, 60 seconds in.
Well, you talked about the Lightning. He's so crisp. When he gets in on a finish, he finishes really quickly. He did it clean there.
14-1, as I mentioned, 9 bonus point victories, 7 tech falls. Won a Missouri State title at Christian Brothers College High School before heading to Wyoming Seminary in Kingston, Pennsylvania. A couple-time prep national champion. And he's got riding time, Tim, over 30 seconds as McCrone looking to build a base.
Yeah, well, he's stretching out. Lillidahl is stretching out McCrone very effectively. McCrone needs to do exactly what he's doing here. Get to his knees, then get to his feet, get the hand control. They go out of bounds.
McCrone from Willoughby, Ohio, Lake Catholic, multiple-time placer, 2022 state champion. He's a great story, Tim. He was a walk-on.
Cover and hold.
He was part of that 22 recruiting class, as you mentioned, but he's the walk-on that has made sure that he's, along with his class 5, those guys from the 22 recruiting class in the starting lineup.
They call them the Young Bucks, and they are turning into veterans. Just over 60 seconds remaining in this first period. Lillidahl with a takedown, riding time over a minute. And he wants to get back to work on his feet as he cuts the Buckeye. 3-1 score, nice ankle pick from Lillidahl. Treetops a single leg, the back trip, and the finish was that crisp.
Yeah, this is not the match that McCrone wants as far as Lillidahl. He's just picking him apart on his feet. And Lillidahl is one of the best in the world on his feet. He's proven that. So, you know, in age group world competition, there's hardly anybody out there that's better on their feet than Lillidahl, and he's showing it tonight.
Living on the legs in this first period, looking for his 3rd takedown. He's got just over 20 seconds to work with. Waterfall position there by McCrone. Short time in this first period.
Now this is where McCrone can hang out and make things happen, and so he didn't have that opportunity to even get into the waterfall position in those first 2 takedowns.
Couple of takedowns for Lillidahl in this first period.
Yeah, what I was impressed about was he didn't even wait. Dropped down, he attacked the head and then dropped down to that angle, covered the hips.
Cael Sanderson in his 16th season. It's a dynasty. 11 of the last 13 NCAA championships, 3 straight. Of course, beating second place Cornell last March by over 100 points. And many would say, Tim, this might be the best of Cael Sanderson's teams at Penn State.
Yeah, and it's not too long until we'll find out, because it all depends on those 3 days in March on what you do there.
And this is where McCrone is really good in this top position. crossbody ride, a leg, and he's dangerous here.
Well, and this is why the last 30 seconds was important, and not giving up a third takedown in the first period. McCrone did a nice job of staying in that scramble. Now only 4 points away, and, you know, with the takedown and the near falls, these can be made up real fast. You can see he's very comfortable. He can slap on cradles from anywhere. And it looks like he's working to try to get that head to the knee, but Lillido doing a nice job of keeping the head apart from the knee.
And he's got that cradle.
And he's
McCrone has Lillido on his back. McCrone looking for a fall, and this crowd goes crazy for McCrone. I talked about it, Tim. Came out to some Phil Collins. Been waiting for this moment all my life. It just happened.
Well, it was his moment. It was his moment. He got to where he wanted to be, and as he worked it, he worked that head to the knee, worked at it. It was very, very patient, and got the fall. The fall in 4:58.
You see Tom Ryan in that Ohio State corner. You talk about igniting the fire. McCrone providing the spark. 6-0 Ohio State. 133 pounds. It is going to be Braden Davis. Unexpected. Ranked 8th in the country. We have not seen him since late January. And Nick Bouzakis for Ohio State. I think it's safe to say, Tim, Uncle Momentum is on the bench of Ohio State.
Well, this has to be the most fired up Bouzakis ever had the opportunity to go out on a mat. You're going up against Penn State. Your teammate just got a big fall.
Believe there are some in-house technical issues.
Sophomore, Braden Davis.
Another look at the cradle and the slap of the Resolite from the Buckeye.
Yeah, that had a lot to do with McCrone and what he did with his leg in. He was able to stretch the hips and then bring the head to the knee. Boom.
Big smile, a night he'll never forget. Brendan McCrone gives Ohio State 6. Nick Bouzakis.
Did I talk about something being special tonight? Whoa.
The redshirt sophomore from Tampa, Florida. Bouzakis 18-5, 14 bonus point victories. 2-3 in the Big Ten. And Braden Davis, last time we saw him, January 24th. That was a win over Dylan Shawver. Davis, the Big Ten champion a year ago at 125. Had a phenomenal campaign, was 22-4 last season. Beat Patrick McKee to win the Big Ten title and was 2-2 in Kansas City. And for Nick Bouzakis, Tim, super talented. They're just looking for consistency.
Yeah, it's up and down. Up and down. It's very consistent, but is he explosive? Very explosive. He can put you on your back just like that. Now, what's going to be interesting with Braden Davis out for a while and Bouzakis, every once in a while you wonder, can he wrestle a full 7 minutes? So the third period in this is going to be a very interesting aspect of this match.
Here we go. Set.
That's what we're talking about.
Bouzakis, he's dangerous. 4-time world team member.
He's got those double underhooks there. He wants to force that position.
And Bouzakis gets this crowd into it. You hear the oohs and ahs. Inside of 2 minutes, no score.
And if he looks strong, it's because he is. Bench press is over 300 pounds. I mean, this is a 133-pounder that is about as strong as anyone, pound for pound, at this weight class.
And he horses him over. Davis able to square up, keep the score 0-0. Bouzakis last season 25 wins, did not place at the Big Tens. He was the 16th seed, went 2-2 in Kansas City, but super dangerous. Coming off a loss to Angelo Rini of Indiana, 6-3. Here's a scramble. That neutral danger position. Davis has that right ankle.
And he does a great job, Davis. He can roll through positions and continue to keep it rolling. But right now, you're right, Shane. You talked about the neutral danger.
Bouzakis looking to pressure back into Davis. Penn State has won 68 straight dual meets. They continue to wrestle with 30 seconds in the first.
Ray Santiago, the head official, says, I don't see it yet. That's a judgment call all the way.
Davis has that right leg, and a stalemate is whistled with 17 seconds.
Good job, gentlemen.
Safe to say, Tim, this place is charged up.
Here we go.
Yeah, and they need Bouzakis. From an Ohio State standpoint, they need a Bouzakis to come in and get something done to keep them that way.
Scoreless after 3 minutes. The 39th matchup between these teams. Penn State leading the all-time series 26-12. Last February, 28-9, Penn State won. The Nittany Lions have won 9 straight. And the last time Ohio State beat Penn State back in 2015 inside St. John's Arena. Of course, Penn State and Iowa tied at the Big Tens that season. Ohio State would go on to win the national title. Bouzakis starting period on bottom. First meeting between these two was back in 1956 here in Columbus. Penn State won 34-0.
Nice first 30 seconds by Braden Davis on top. Keeping a lot of pressure forward, following.
And there's the escape by Bouzakis. 30 seconds of riding time for Davis. Braden Davis from Belleville, Michigan. Dundee High School, was a 4-time state champion, part of 4 team titles. Braden Davis ranked 8th in the country. Ryan Crookham of Lehigh ranked number 1. The Big Ten, 5 of the top 10 at the weight class. Here's Davis with an opportunity on a single leg. Crackdown position as Bouzakis comes up through the crotch.
Yeah, Davis wants to get that right arm through, cut across. Yeah, nice job with, hip heisting out, coming on top.
And Braden Davis scores a takedown. He's up 3-1. 42nd second period roll from Bouzakis. You see Davis has that claw ride sunk in. And it goes without saying here, TJ, if you're Bouzakis, you want to escape. And now Bouzakis has Davis in trouble. 20 seconds left in the period, and Davis will fight off of his back. What a match! And Bouzakis looking for the fall. Final seconds in the second period gives us a chance to catch our breath.
Got the 2-point near fall. Davis did a really nice job of rolling through and not getting caught.
Okay.
Locks up the cradle, comes back in, looks for the 2-point near fall. He gets at least 1 swipe. He says no. There's the 2 swipes.
A challenge brick, I believe, is out from the corner of Ohio State. Of course, in dual meets, each team gets 1 challenge. And if you are correct, you get your brick back. If you are wrong, you lose it and are unable to challenge anything else the remainder of the dual meets.
What I saw there is they're not going to turn that call over. I don't see how they, he came back with that cradle, got the control, got the 2 swipes. I'm sure that's what they're, but they didn't, I thought I saw 2 swipes here.
So he gets the reversal, but no near fall was awarded. And that's why the score reads 3-3.
Locks up the cradle again, rocks back, kind of solidifies the fact that he had control.
So that gives him the reversal. But no near fall was awarded. Penn State is challenging, not Ohio State. So Penn State is challenging
the reversal.
The reversal.
Right. So nice job there. That's Davis coming around, hip heisting around and getting the takedown. Now here comes Buzakis, rolls through, rolling. Bringing that knee, arm behind the knee right now. Arm around the head. Locking it up. And he gives, and I mean, I don't know how many times you have to swipe. It looks like he was swiping right there. What do you think, Shane?
Yeah, I mean, just by looking at that, I thought, and again, just my 2 cents, I thought it was going to be a reversal and a couple of near fall points for Buzakis.
Well, there's your 2. Is he saying 2 reversal? But that's no.
So they continue to look at the video. And this will be an interesting call. Nick Buzakis, 14 bonus point victories this season. Was third at the Cliff Keen Clarion Open runner-up. He fell to his teammate Ben Davino 5-3 in that final. Good look there at Nick Buzakis as he awaits the call from the official and exactly how it will be scored. Good to see Braden Davis back. As I mentioned, had not seen him since January 24th in that win against Dylan Chauver. Let's take another look at this sequence.
So after Davis got the takedown, this is Buzakis working, and he's ready to lock it up. He locks it up, rocks back, and I would say not here, but just in a second here. Man, that is close. Gonna lock it up again.
And this is a challenge by Penn State, not Ohio State. I initially thought it was an Ohio State challenge with the reversal and the near fall.
I could see why they would.
Here comes the call.
After further review, we do have a 2 reversal, but we do not have 2 near fall. No 2 near fall.
So it's going to stay a reversal and no near fall.
Nobody's happy right now.
Exactly. So they looked at those sequences and said no near fall. There you see Tom Ryan pleading his case along with Jay Jaggers. So after all of that, it's a near reversal for Buzakis.
No near fall, all right?
And it's 3-3.
And Green is still down because you were in control.
With 1 second left in the second.
Green is down, you're in control. It was a reversal.
And yes, Davis would go down, Buzakis on top.
Hold on.
Tom Ryan.
The reversal happened right away.
So now I want to get the clock adjusted, as you mentioned, Tim. So now There you see Cody Sanderson. And the conversation here, Tim, is these officials can look at video at their discretion at any point. So was this a challenge from Penn State? If it was, they'll lose their brick.
Yeah, and I believe it was. Now they went ahead on their own and looked at everything. But what they did was they turned down the challenge by Penn State, so they shouldn't be able to keep their brick. Cody wants it, though.
Cody wants his brick back, and he's going to get the brick back.
We're good?
So I believe Penn State got its brick back.
Yeah, I believe they did, and I believe the officials are just basically calling it with everything that's on us.
Bo Bartlett and Jesse Mendez await at 141 pounds, a rematch of both the Big Ten and NCAA final. Great rivalry with the Buckeye and the Nittany Lion. So it's an escape for Braden Davis. Davis leading it 4-3.
Not a lot of effort by Bouzakis to keep Davis down, but he cannot let Davis in on those legs easy. And so it's hard to keep Davis off your legs. He's back in on the leg. Right there, shelving it.
Good deep shot here for Braden Davis. Davis looking for his second takedown in this match, and he dumps the Buckeye down for 3 more. So Davis opens things up, and now is up 5-3, riding time nearing 60 seconds, and we'll see how he plays this strategically with 1:15 left in this third period.
Yeah, when Davis gets in on a leg, he's got a high finish rate. But the roll, here we come, another reversal by Bouzakis. He feels it.
So now it's a 7-5 score. He's going to take that riding time under 1 minute. And my guess is...
Got it. I mean,
you cut him and look for that takedown.
Keep that legal.
Or do you go to work on top? He's got that hammer lock. And keep in mind, Davis hasn't wrestled since January 24th, so it's been a while. Not exactly sure how his conditioning, how his training has been. But now Bouzakis will look for the takedown.
He's got to make his attempt. He's got to get through that head hands. He's got to keep going, give himself an opportunity.
Down to 20 seconds. Bouzakis needs a takedown. Working a front headlock. Looking to hit that corner. Davis doing a nice job to stay squared up.
Can he run it? Nice job by Davis getting that arm out there. Gonna hang on.
Braden Davis with a gutsy win for Penn State. Here at 1:33, it's an 8-6 decision. Davis over Bouzakis. Davis now 8-2 on the season. Brendan McCrone, a huge win for Ohio State. The fire ignited in Columbus. Undefeated 23-0. Bo Bartlett undefeated. He brings with him a mark of 15-0. These two met 3 times last season in the dual meets. It was 4-1. Bo Bartlett winning in sudden victory. But it's not where you start, it's where you finish. Big Ten titles late. Jesse Mendez in on the legs. He wins 4-1, and that would set the stage for the national final in Kansas City. Bo Bartlett was behind the Buckeye. Mendez somehow, someway was able to score, and by that, he won the national title. Here comes Jesse Mendez.
What I love about Mendez this year is his energy matches the energy in Covelli Center tonight. His energy, his overall energy, the late takedowns, he just keeps getting better.
Mendez, a 2-time All-American. He was 6th in Tulsa back in 2023, then down at 133. Bartlett, the 3-time NCAA qualifier, couple-time All-American out of Tempe, Arizona, wrestled at Wyoming Seminary, where he was a 4-time prep national champion. Here's An attack there by Mendez on a single leg. Hard whizzer from Bartlett as Mendez tries to scoop up that near left ankle.
Yeah, he continued on. He got in on that single, but he continues to try to improve his position there. And a nice hard whizzer by Bartlett gets him out front. But what I like that about Mendez, he shot in. He at the NWCA All-Star, he kind of turned things around by getting an early takedown.
Mendez's last loss was that defeat to Bartlett. That was last February 2nd. It has been over a full calendar year since Mendez has tasted defeat, at least in the college ranks. Mendez was 4-2 last April. Inside Bryce Jordan Center, he was 4th at the Olympic trials.
Yeah, both these guys have a trajectory in the international style. They're going to be this year is not the last time they're going to wrestle. They are both very, very good, and USA Wrestling is excited about both of these wrestlers representing USA in the future.
Big Ten has 4 of the top 8 at this weight class. Mendez had a really good match with Vance Vonbar of Minnesota. Mendez won at 6-5 in the first set of tiebreakers. He then had a tech fall last Sunday against Indiana.
Yeah, Vonbar came out early and got an early takedown. Showed how tough he is.
Jesse Mendez, 2023 U20 World Silver medalist. Inside of 1 minute here in this scoreless match. Talked about those 3 matches last season, all 4-1 scores, and as you said, unofficially, the NWCA All-Star Classic, also a 4-1 score. Mendez over under position here. He's got his hands locked.
He's really trying to dig those underhooks there, dictate the tempo, and there's a little headlock opportunity that allows Mendez to come in, and close to the Merkle for Bartlett, but Mendez feels it.
And there's a takedown for Bartlett. It comes inside of 20 seconds. Huge. And this time, Bo Bartlett strikes first on his feet. Now with 10 seconds, riding Mendez on the edge. Good net awareness as they are out of bounds, back to the center.
Great recovery by Bartlett after that little slip.
Down facing me.
And
Here we go.
Mendez was in on the leg, and Bartlett recovers
red.
and gets the takedown.
Okay, set, cover green.
Final 5 seconds, of course. Bartlett wants to keep this a 3-0 score. And Bartlett keeps it 3-0. And we know in these matches, Tim, these takedowns are huge.
Yeah, that headlock there, he was able to then slip out and get the takedown there, just cover the hips. Because Mendez was worried about getting his leg out so the Merkle wouldn't be called, and Bartlett just stayed right on top of him. Really nice recovery by Bartlett. Good, savvy wrestling.
Bartlett on bottom here to begin this second period. Mendez, half Nelson, now going to switch sides as Bartlett quad pods to his feet.
1 green.
And Bo Bartlett, a 4-0 lead. The takedown and the quick escape.
Yeah, Mendez just decided right there, I've got to get a takedown to win.
Fingers.
And so he didn't expend as much energy as he has in the past, because he's done a pretty good job getting 30-second plus rides with Bartlett in the past, but he's got to go to work on his feet now.
Bo Bartlett looking for his 50th dual meet victory in that Penn State singlet. Bartlett, of course, spending his first couple of years up at 149 behind Nick Lee before dropping down here to 141. 5th year, Bo Bartlett's
Work through it, work through it.
4-0 lead, 55 ticks in this second period. And if you're Jesse Mendez, Tim, how are you able to open up Bartlett a little bit and get out off your own leg attacks?
Well, you got to make your collar ties almost violent there. But he's really good with those inside collar ties right there. But you got to move, and then you've got to hit. You know, you don't have a full second when the opportunity's there. You got to hit it on that quarter second. So he's got to keep moving him, and look for that opening. But he's got to attack.
Final 15 seconds, second period. Both guys heavy with the hands. You see Bo Bartlett once again, Tim, wearing those two different shoes. When he was about 10 years old, he went to a wrestling tournament, lost one of his shoes. And his dad said, which makes perfect sense, instead of using somebody else's shoes where both shoes don't fit, you have your one shoe that fits, just get another shoe. Now you have one that fits, one that doesn't. Makes sense. So he's kind of, stuck with that both on and off the mats. Little personality there from Bo Bartlett, the two different shoes. Bo Bartlett over 175,000 followers on Instagram, just a great athlete. Mendez goes on bottom, gets that quick escape. That was big for the Buckeye Mendez. Now he's a takedown away from tying this match up.
But a takedown and ride out from a standpoint of if you're going to go to to sudden. Nice shot by Bartlett. That's the best defense you can have.
Bo Bartlett has Mendez on his hips, looking to clear his head by pushing that left knee away. 4-1 score as usual with these two. Mendez continues to defend. He's looking for a stalemate. They continue to wrestle. We're down to 110.
Stop, stalemate.
And there's a stalemate, and Mendez's defense keeps him in this match.
Well, there's time, but Mendez needs to go to work, get himself into position, create a little chaos.
1 minute remains in regulation. 1 minute.
Mendez in this matchup has scored late on a couple of occasions. Can he do it again? Collar ties ear to ear.
And that ear to ear, that eats clock. It keeps you at bay. You can't dare. That's what has to happen. He's got to get in there and get into the wrestling position.
But a straight on shot. Mendez taking territory. And there is a stall call on Bartlett.
Warning on green, warning on green. Here we go.
Another quick shot there off the whistle. Mendez in his sprints. He needs a takedown to tie it.
And Bartlett can take a stall call.
Yes, he can. Bartlett with the shot. Now Mendez with the counterattack. And somehow Bartlett, like a magician, keeps it a 4-1 score.
Very strategic. Great match by Bartlett here. Has himself in a position here to hold on.
Warning on green.
Another stall call on Bartlett makes it 4-2. And that is going to be the final score. It's turned into one of the better rivalries, maybe the best rivalry in all of college wrestling on this night. Bo Bartlett gets his arm raised. The Nittany Lion with a 4-2 decision.
Just couldn't break through the head-hands defense. This last flurry here, and again, your best defense is offense, and Bartlett kept him going, but man, does he have good position there. He did a nice job of getting his hips underneath him and facing again. Really was never in danger.
149 pounds, Shane Van Ness, ranked number 2 in the country for Penn State. And Dylan D'Amelio, the Buckeye, ranked 7th, a record of 17-2. Van Ness, an All-American back in 2023, missed last season due to injury. Here's Dylan D'Amelio, and Tim, this guy is on your all-toughness team.
Yeah, I mean, you can't say that he's at the elite tier, but I will go to my grave saying that Dylan D'Amelio's in the tough tier. You know, he is absolutely one of the all-stars in the tough tier, and he has been since he stepped into this Ohio State room.
In his 6th year out of Curtis, Ohio, 4-time state champion for Genoa. Fargo champion. Four-time NCAA qualifier, D'Amelio was an All-American in 2023, then down at 141. It's his second season up here at 149.
Key to D'Amelio is he's got to make his opponent match his pace and his pressure, because that's his strength there is keep hand fighting hard, keeping a great pace, because he can go forever.
Straight on shot there from D'Amelio right into those hips of Van Ness.
Van Ness, a nice down block right there. Look at those hips like an anchor.
Shane's only loss this season was to Ridge Lovitz. Had that huge win, 17-6 over Kyle Parko. And the Nittany Lions win over the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, there was a lot in some ways like the 125 where Van Ness was ahead, and then Ridge got into his position that they liked on top and did a tremendous job of turning him and getting near fall points. And so that's what McCrone did, got in his position and got the fall. Now there's a nice shot by Van Ness working in on. What he wants to do is get behind that hamstring there and then come out front. Man, nice job by D'Amelio of not allowing Van Ness to get behind the hamstring so that he could get on his feet and come face him. Good job by D'Amelio.
D'Amelio started with his shin whizzer and keeps Van Ness off the board. Halfway through this first period, Van Ness from Somerville, New Jersey, wrestled at Blair Academy, captured a couple of prep national titles. And here is Van Ness on a single leg seatbelt position. And out of bounds.
Yeah, Van Ness did a nice job of crawling. It was kind of like a spider crawl there, and he crawled and he kept bringing the leg into him, and then D'Amelio's able to get out of bounds before Van Ness was able to get to his feet with the leg.
Nittany Lion in dual meets this season has scored 25 takedowns. He's only allowed 4. Won the Black Knight invites earlier this season for the second time in his career. 50 seconds, no score. Great starts of Friday Night Wrestling here on the Big Ten Network. Iowa and Minnesota to follow. It'll be a sold-out Maturi Pavilion in Minneapolis.
Fingers, get out of fingers.
Big Ten Championships, few weeks away on March 8th and 9th. Friday Night Wrestling. Would love to hear from you. Where are you watching the great wrestling tonight? Sure, there are some great setups, some great food, Ohio State fans with some good reactions, I'm sure, from that Brendan McCrone fall at 125. But Penn State's answering back with big wins from Braden Davis at 133 and Bo Bartlett at 141.
Red's choice.
157 pounds. You are looking at Joe Seeley, prepared to make his Penn State debut. Another young superstar.
Okay, set, cover, here we go.
Scoreless after 3 minutes. The Buckeye D'Amelio goes on bottom. Quickly to his feet. Van Ness working hard on top.
Oh, very nice.
D'Amelio gets the escape.
Yeah, very nice job of getting to his feet and running out. But he got that hip separation and hand control.
Center, Russell,
and
center.
Ran himself out for that escape. Really nice job by D'Amelio.
D'Amelio 6-1 in Big Ten duels. His only loss to Kyle Parko of Iowa.
Keep that legal out there.
There's D'Amelio hanging on for dear life to that right leg.
Stop.
And there's the stalemates.
Good job, gentlemen.
D'Amelio, the Clarion Open champion, his other loss to Lachlan McNeil of North Carolina. Having a really solid season. 10 bonus point victories. He's leading at 1-0. 50 seconds into this second period. And here's D'Amelio. He's got Van Ness up in the air and plants him into the Resolite. Van Ness able to roll through.
Just almost ran through that.
Golden opportunity there for D'Amelio, but unable to finish.
Yeah, D'Amelio doing a nice job of attacking from outside. Now he runs through it, lifts up, and here's where he tries to plant him with no, to keep him from momentum, but Van Ness did a really nice job of bouncing with that momentum and coming through. But, D'Amelio's feeling this. He's had 3 shots now, and each one has been closer, and he's not letting Van Ness get in tight like he likes to get in tight.
And this is the first meeting between these two.
Keeping him at arm's length. Every shot by D'Amelio has been closer to a takedown.
Fingers, get out of the fingers.
30 seconds remaining.
30 seconds in this second period.
Really,
the lone tally on the board, and escape by D'Amelio here in the second.
Yeah, really important 20-some seconds here in the fight, especially for D'Amelio to give himself an opportunity. Got to keep good position, which he is.
D'Amelio's been able to fend off a couple of really good attacks from Van Ness. And the Nittany Lion in this period up in the air and was able to defend himself. Good match through 2 periods. Van Ness with the choice. It is a packed house here in Columbus inside the Covelli Center. Nittany Lion goes on bottom.
Van Ness getting to that tripod there. D'Amelio really tough on top. He's good. He's trying to keep the pressure. I'd like to get him flattened, but nice job of just kind of bucking out there by Van Ness. Right back in. Really nice job. Great action by Van Ness.
1-1 score. As you said, Van Ness right back in with a leg attack. Van Ness makes an adjustment. Driving through. Oh, great work there from D'Amelio. Like a cat. Avoids giving up that takedown. It stays 1-1. Both guys hustle back to the center. Here we go, Tim.
Yeah, the crowd wants to get back in. They got a little quiet after their big guy losing.
And it is senior night here in Columbus.
And this is an opportunity for D'Amelio to be remembered for a long time. He will be, but this is a big opportunity for the senior Buckeye.
6-6 on the team scoreboard. A loaded weight class, 4 of the top 7 from the Big Ten.
Good fight again. Now, feet movement will have a lot to do with this. D'Amelio does not want to let him in past, get in tight, because Van Ness loves to get in tight and then drop.
Down to 35 seconds, another attack. Now a counterattack from Van Ness on the double leg, switches off to a single.
Tremendous re-attack by Van Ness.
Van Ness sticks with that single leg. You see the flexibility there from D'Amelio. We're down to 20 seconds. D'Amelio makes the turn. And Van Ness, final 10 seconds, looking for the go-ahead takedown. And the flat has been awarded with 6 seconds left. Shane Van Ness, 4-1. Now 15-1 on the season. What a fight from both guys.
Great fight. Great effort by both guys. Van Ness did a great job on a reshot, stayed on it, cut across, cracked down, got to 3 with 5 seconds left.
In a 1-1 match, Shane Van Ness, the winning takedown in the final seconds.
Got his right arm cut across, covered him, comes back on top, and then...
Here on the Big Ten Network, at 157 pounds, Joseph Seeley making his Penn State debut. Couple-time prep national champion at Wyoming Seminary. And a U17 world champion. He won that title in Italy in 2022. And Brandon Cannon, redshirt freshman, comes in with a mark of 13-2. He's 3-2 in dual meets. He's coming off his first career Big Ten dual meet victory. That was teching Ryan Garvik of Indiana last Sunday. So a couple of young stars here in the Big Ten. Brendan McCrone put Ohio State up 6-0, and then Davis, Bartlett, and Van Ness, all with wins for Penn State. And the Nittany Lions lead it on the team scoreboard 9-6. What a start.
Incredible start, and you know, this could be a completely different matchup. Nice takedown by Cannon there.
Cannon leading it 3-0. Cannon's 2 losses this season. One to Panero Johnson. That was just before Christmas. And then last Friday fell to Tommy Askey of Minnesota, 11-2.
Yeah, and Askey's, what, in the 7th or 8th ranked. Askey's really come on from Minnesota since transferring from Appalachian State. And I was impressed with Brandon Cannon in his tech fall. He's got some good low ankle attacks, and he got a nice takedown to begin this. But what I was going to say is this team score could be completely different, but Penn State said no, no, no. Whoa. I mean, what?
How champions respond.
Yeah, I mean, you get pinned at 125 with one of your high-ranked guys, and you come back and you win close matches. That's what champions do.
3-1 score, 115 here in the first. Cannon last season was 12-2 as a redshirt. He was down at 141.
Good work in the head by Seeley there. He's doing a couple of things here. He's getting you tired, your back muscles. If he continues to pound on that, looking for an opening, but he's also taking away the low ankle shot by staying in tight there and really working the head and the front, you know, the short offense there. But what he's trying to do is just find that opening that can run around, snap and run around.
Big Tens. That tournament just keeps getting better and better. You look at this weight class, Tim, 7 of the top 9 in the country at 157 are from the Big Ten.
Yeah, and you talk about, you know, sold out arenas tonight, except it'll be sold out at Northwestern. But hey, they can tune into the Big Ten Network for every round. It's just an incredible show, not only there personally, but the Big Ten Network's championship weekend is something else.
Quad box is warming up, Tim. Final seconds, 3-1 for the Buckeye. Hashtag Friday Night Wrestling. This duel is on fire. No doubt about it. 125-pound fall by McCrone. That match at 125, as you mentioned, Tim, things could have gotten out of hand, but Penn State saying not happening.
Yeah, the guy that put up that tweet there is exactly right. Great answer. Great answer. That's what they did. The Penn State Nittany Lions answered, and they were not easy matches. They answered in really close, tough matches that could have gone either way.
Penn State showing some real grits in this first half. Riding time over 30 seconds. Seeley flat on his belly.
I got a warning on green, warning bottom man.
And there was a stall call on Seeley underneath. Good period here for Cannon. Riding time approaching 1 minute.
Let's go action.
Yeah, Cannon doing a really nice job with the figure 4 above the knee and looking for the hammer lock, trying to put that, get a hammer lock. He goes right on top, catches the wrist. Looks really comfortable there in the crab ride and goes right back on top, gets the leg under, elevates it, looking for a crossface. Stretched out. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets a call here because he's just trying to survive underneath right now.
Down to 40 seconds. Cannon has been in control in the top position. As a stalemate is whistled with 35 seconds. Of course, this Ohio State crowd, they want that stall call.
So Seeley gets another opportunity here with 35 seconds. It's a great opportunity for him. And right now, Cannon needs to continue to do what he was doing. And nice job. Gets the boot in there. Has kind of a crossbody ride right there. Stretches Seeley out. Feels really comfortable here on top. And now, there's the stall.
There's that second stall call on Seeley. Put up another points for Cannon, who now leads at 4-1. And of course, Tim, when you're in that bottom position, that takes some starch out of the underneath.
It really does. I mean, it's not just the riding time. It's what you mentioned.
This Sunday, the Wolverines and Spartans step onto the mat for a rivalry duel. Coverage begins at noon Eastern at 9 a.m. Pacific, only on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. Cannon goes underneath, quickly to his feet. Sealy will give the escape, and it's a 5-1 score. Joe Sealy teammates with Luke Lillidahl at Wyoming Seminary. Wyoming Seminary last season having a record-breaking prep national tournament.
Fingers, get out of fingers.
One of the great programs in the country. What a fun first half here in Columbus. Shot there from Cannon. Makes the turn, and he scores the 3. It's an 8-1 score.
Yeah, Cannon really answered the bell right there. It's what the Buckeyes needed right now. You know, I know Coach Ryan's disappointed. He sees what could have been. But really, there's only one match they were favored in that they lost in those 3 matches. And so to have Cannon come through here just shows you what kind of guts he's got.
Cannon has the riding time secured, so essentially it is a major decision at the moment here for the Buckeyes as he brings Sealy back down flat on the Resolite once again.
Yeah, there's no reason to change from here. Keep doing what you've been doing. When Sealy comes up, if he comes up, shoot the boots in. You've got your major decision.
I got a warning.
Another stall call on Sealy. Now a 9-1 score with 30 seconds left.
And if escape happens, it won't hurt him. But
Tom Ryan really excited about this redshirt freshman, Brandon Cannon. A convincing win on this Friday night as he slides the right boot in. This Ohio State crowd comes to its feet here inside the Covelli Center. It's a major decision for Brandon Cannon. Brandon Cannon now 14-2 on the season.